Hi, I'm Maryjo with Fourth Dimension Healing in Stillwater, Minnesota, and I'm also the director of the Center for Crystal and Healing Studies, which is my online school. Today I want to take just a couple of minutes to explore a little bit more deeply the healing properties and qualities of natural citrine. Now, I do have other videos that address citrine. One of them is a Rock Talk video specifically about citrine, and another is a Rock Talk video about the quartz family. So take a look at those. Today I want to talk about natural citrine because this truly is a stone that is almost in many ways an entirely different crystal than the common or heat-treated citrine that I do reference in those other videos. Citrine, it's a member of the quartz family, which means it consists of silicon dioxide. It has a hardness of 7 on the Mohs hardness scale, and it has kind of the fiery qualities that we would expect with citrine, as well as these earthy properties that come from the sense of that smoky quartz type of mineral. Natural citrine tends to be kind of pale, it's going to be brown, it might be amber colored, and that is influenced by the amount of iron that is found within the crystal. So I want to show you a couple of different types of natural citrine, specifically those types that I carry in my online shop that I work with here in my healing practice. So to start with, here is an example of natural citrine, and you can see that in this piece, for example, we don't have a natural formed cluster, although it does have that hexagonal structure that is more evident in some other pieces, and definitely it is able to be seen if we looked at this piece microscopically. Citrine, especially natural citrine, is going to be really effective in working with the first, the second, and the third chakras. So it's that root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra, because those in a way are the 3 chakras that influence and are connected with our physical body. Here is another example of a piece of natural citrine. Natural citrine is rare. It is hard to come by. So the abundant type of citrine that is available is going to be the heat-treated citrine, which is basically a piece of amethyst that has been heated up. And when that quartz structure takes that transformation from amethyst while it's still in the ground and being heated naturally, it's going to be known as that natural citrine. There are some types of natural citrine, and here, for example, is a point. Now, this particular type of natural citrine comes from Zimbabwe. This is even more difficult to find, and it's taken me quite some time to find natural Zimbabwe citrine. Look at this one. Here's that example of that real pale, almost straw-colored, yellowish, pale hue. And here is yet another piece. So these are naturally formed points, and so the directional energy, this particular piece is double terminated, which means it has a termination or point at one end as well as the other. And this is the way the energy flows. I, for example, have worked with this piece enough to be able to determine that this is its natural point, and here is the other one. So this too is double terminated. It's just not going to be as clearly delineated as one structured piece of quartz crystal. So when you're working with a stone that you would want to bring in earth energy, that grounding energy, and you want to bring in that fire energy of creativity and of motivation and of getting things done, and bringing those two energies together, working with natural citrine is a very wonderful crystal to work with. So take a look at the links below this video. Go on out to my online shop. You can learn more about natural citrine and the other types of citrine as well that are available. You can take a look again at some of the links that are also able to be found on my YouTube channel. that will help you learn more about Natural Citrine. Let me know if you have questions. Reach out to me, send me an email, chat through my website. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and help you learn how you may want to be able to invite Natural Citrine into your own healing work that you're doing, either personally or if you're an energy healer or some form of energy or healing practitioner or crystal practitioner already, and you're not working with Natural Citrine, I would encourage you to do so. But first, always starting with it for yourself, because we learn from ourselves first, and then we're able to offer out to others. So again, let me know if you have questions. For now, I wish you many blessings. Be well.